So how much money can you actually make as a freelancer? That's a very common question that I see in freelancing sites and question sites like Quora. And I thought I would answer this because I've been freelancing for a very long time now, more than 10 years. And I have a website called Freelance Growth Academy where I teach other people how to freelance, how to make money freelancing. So I have a lot of experience in this topic. And I think I'm qualified enough to give you the answer. Some people will tell you you can make as much money as you want freelancing because it's like you're your own boss. So if you want to work hard, you can make a lot of money. There's no ceiling. That's a lie, okay? That's bullshit. There is a limit to how much money you can earn as a freelancer. Because the definition of a freelancer is someone who will provide services using their skills for money, right? So they will provide their services in exchange of payment. But doing the work as a freelancer, it's always gonna take some of your time. Maybe you're very efficient and you can do the work fast, but still it's going to take some of your time. So there is a limit to how many hours you can work in a day, and because of that, there is a limit to how much money you can make. So even if you work, let's say, 16 hours a day, you're working very hard and you charge very high rates, you can make a lot of money, but there is a limit. There's still a limit, even if the limit's very high, okay? In my experience, it's very easy to make $1,000 or $2,000 a month as a freelancer in most fields. Very easy, very doable, even for beginners. It's reasonably easy to make $5,000 to $6,000, $7,000 a month as a freelancer if you work like maybe 6 hours a day, close to 8 hours a day, depending on the field, because some fields don't pay as much. But you can definitely make $5,000 to $7,000 a month. And if you want to make $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month as a freelancer, it will be very hard. Okay, it's possible. I've seen many people do it. But you will need to have certain skills that are not applicable to some fields. So like if you do data entry, I don't think you can make $15,000 a month. Or if you're a virtual assistant, maybe, if you're very experienced and you're working with high-level business owners, then maybe you can make $10,000 a month, but not much more than that. Now, if you're a developer, like an app developer, web developer, with some very specific coding skills in some very specific niches that pay very well, like blockchain nowadays pays very well. So if you can help people develop blockchain applications and so on, maybe you can make a lot of money as a freelancer. But as a rule, what I would say is you should expect to make between $15 to $25 an hour as a beginner. Okay, if you're a beginner freelancer, $15 to $25 an hour. As an intermediate freelancer, maybe someone with 1 to 2 or 3 years of experience, you can make between $25 to $40 or $50 an hour. And if you're advanced, if you're an expert, and you've been doing this for a long time, you have a lot of experience with your field, you can make $50, $60, $100, $150 an hour, depending on the field. Like some very specific consulting fields also pay very well, like $300 an hour. So it really depends on your field of expertise, but this is the guideline. Beginner, 15 to 25, intermediate, 25 to 40, expert, maybe 50 to 75 or 100, okay? Now, if you just multiply the hourly rate by how many hours you can work in a day, you will find like the limit, the ceiling to your skills, to your field of expertise and how much money you can make. The problem is that number is not 100% accurate because you're not going to be working, doing paid work 100% of the time. So even if you decide to work 8 hours a day, so you're a freelancer in your own house with your laptop and you decide I'm going to start working like 9 a.m. and I'm going to work the whole day to 5 p.m., whatever. I'm going to work 8 hours a day. That's great, but you're not going to be getting paid for all the work you do because some of the work is admin stuff. Like you need to actually find clients, apply to jobs, respond to invitations, send proposals, just track your hours, do like your own like accounting. So you're not going to be getting paid for all of the time that you're working. So I wouldn't say it's realistic to expect to make to get paid for 8 hours of work a day. So if you're working 8 hours a day as a freelancer, maybe you're gonna get paid for 4 to 6 of those hours. I know it doesn't sound fair, but it's just a reality. Okay, there's a lot of admin stuff you need to do. You need to reply to emails, message clients, and they're not paying you to do it. Wait for meetings to start. That happens. People get late. So I've done the math, and it's between 4 to 6 hours a day of actual paid work. So if you charge $50 an hour, just multiply that by like maybe 6 hours a day, and then how many days a week you want to work, how many days a month you want to work, and you will find like what's the limit, the ceiling to your income, the cap to your income as a freelancer in your field if you're fully booked, if you're working the whole day, right? So as you can see, freelancing is not a great way to become a multi-millionaire, whatever, like startup, founder, billionaire. It's not gonna work, but it's a very reliable way to make a full-time income from your home or whatever you wanna be in the world. Because freelancing, by definition, nowadays, I mean, if you do it online, is remote friendly. So you can be anywhere in the world. If you have a laptop and internet connection, you can work, you can get paid. You usually will get paid in dollars. If you speak English, you're gonna be working with like American or even European clients that will pay you in dollars. So if you're living like in Southeast Asia or South America, or someone where the cost of living is very low and their currency is weak when compared to the US dollar, so you can have a very nice lifestyle, even if you're only making, let's say, $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Maybe that's not enough to live in like New York or San Francisco, but if you're living in South America or Southeast Asia, $4,000 a month is a lot of money. You're gonna live like the top 3% of the population in those places just by making $3,000 or $4,000 a month. And you can definitely make $3,000 to $4,000 a month working just maybe 3 to 4 hours a day as a freelancer. So as I said before, it's a very nice way for you to set up your lifestyle and having time and money and location independence just by doing freelance work. That is very simple. It's not complex as starting a new online business and trying to disrupt the industry, whatever. It's very simple. You just learn some skills or use the skills you already have. Build a profile on freelancing platforms like Upwork is my favorite one and is the largest one in the world. So if you just create a free profile on Upwork, start sending proposals to clients, to jobs, and there are millions of jobs in those platforms. And you start getting some clients and getting good feedback from them, like 5-star feedback, and then you get more clients. And in a few months, this is reality, okay? In a few months, you can be making a couple $1,000s a month as a freelancer just from your laptop, wherever you are in the world. So it's one of the best ways, if not the best way, to make money online while having location independence. So strongly recommend you give it a try. If you've tried like setting up an e-commerce, selling ebooks, courses, whatever, you've tried everything, but you've never tried freelancing, I would recommend you do it. Okay, it's one of the most like overlooked ways of making money online, just because there's a lot of work involved. It's not passive income by any means. You will need to do the work, but you can work a few hours a day and make decent money and have an amazing lifestyle depending on where you choose to live. So that's my tip for today to answer your question. So there is a cap to how much money you can make with freelancing, but that's gonna be, the cap is not low, so you can make very good money with freelancing and have an amazing lifestyle. If you have other questions, just type them below and I'll choose the best ones to do some videos answering those questions. And if you're interested about becoming a freelancer, you want to learn more about it, head over to my website, freelancegrowthacademy.com, where you can learn tips and tricks to kickstart your freelancing career and help you make more money as a freelancer. See you guys soon on the next video, and that's it for now.